Hi, Mike Webster here with Spirit and Word Ministries. Happy New Year. We're looking at whether you're going to live 2015 by the stopwatch or the compass. You've probably heard the story of the captain who came on deck and said, "I've got good news and bad news." They said, "Well, what's the good news?" And he said, "We're making excellent time." "Well, then what's the bad news?" they asked. And he said, "We're lost." And as we look at 2015, we can try to make great speed. We can try to live by the stopwatch. In other words, we can do everything that is available for time management. We can do everything we can for efficiency. We can do everything we can for goal achievement. And I am very much in favor of using systems like that. I use several myself. But the more important thing for us, especially those of us who want to serve the Lord, is to live by the compass. We don't want to be lost. We want to be headed in exactly the right direction. In fact, as we start a new year, it's time to set that compass and calibrate it a little bit and get what we call true north. What's the absolute perfect, absolute correct direction for our life? It has to do with destiny. It has to do with purpose. It has to do with God's will for our lives. And so it's dead serious, and we find out what that true north is. We begin to look at our values, for example. What do you value as you enter into 2015? Why don't you make a list of your highest values? What's important to you? What do you treasure? What do you really have to find in relationships and in work and in the things you do? What are those values that are deeply held by you that give you a sense of what is true north? What do you have that are your strengths that God brings His grace and power through? Identify your strongest strengths and let that be part of the true north that God has got for you. You can look at a lot of other things. You can look at promises, look at prophetic words, look at the things God has indicated in the past as indicators for what He has for 2015. You can get all kinds of possible ways to analyze this. Look at your roles, look at your relationships. You can write down a personal mission statement, and there are some great tools for doing that. However you do it, the point is you need to find true north. You need to find the will of God, the purpose of God, the destiny of God, the placement of God, the gift of God, the hope of God. And you put that as your true north setting on your compass, and you say, the most important thing in my life is to move in that direction. Keep moving in that direction. Be persistent like never before in 2015. The image that I'm carrying in my head for 2015 is like a football player who's carrying the ball and getting tackled. And you find that when they start to get tackled, they fall, but they fall in the direction of the goal. Even if they're falling in the right direction. That's the kind of purpose that I want to have for my life. I've also determined that I'm going to move toward my true north, toward my destiny as best I can, even on days that all I can do is crawl. All I can do is make the smallest movement in the right direction. I'm going to go in the right direction. How about you? There are days I can walk, there are days I can run, but I'm going to make progress toward true north. I'm going to live my life by the compass and not the stopwatch. I'm not going to get killed by all of the tools and techniques of milking the most out of my time. I am going to use those when they fit, but I am going to get out the compass. I've even put it as a picture on my phone. So when I open my phone, what I see every time is a compass that's reminding me, live by the compass, not by the watch. I hope you'll find that an encouragement for you to move toward destiny in 2015. God's got great things for us. These are great days to serve the Lord. The kingdom of God is breaking forth. The kingdom of God is near. Revival is at hand, and we can serve the Lord with joy. Let's go north.